Hello, and welcome to the Rambling Movie Club, where each episode we try and watch some new movies and talk about them. This is going to be our Christmas special episode, as you've probably seen from the title, all about the Christmas movie Elf. We're recording this a bit late because I was away over Christmas and it just didn't happen. So this episode, I'm joined by Brenda once again.
Hello.
And yeah, we're going to talk about the movie Elf, which, to be honest, is the best Christmas movie ever.
No, I don't think it is. Like, Grinch will always be my favorite. Doesn't matter what you say.
I feel like you're biased though because you don't have many Christmas movies in Mexico.
We do have. It's just like they're like too American. And also when you try to tell me like one of the titles of the movie is totally different as the title in Spanish. So it's like, I don't know. I don't think I've seen that.
I don't know. That sounds weird. To be honest, the only other contender for best movie ever is one I know you probably haven't seen. It's called Robbie the Reindeer, and it's made by the people that made Wallace and Gromit.
No.
Yeah. That's probably the other best Christmas movie ever, other than Elf. But Elf's the more popular one, so it's the easy one to go with.
Well, Christmas is over, so I guess you'll have to wait till next year to show me that movie.
Mm. So, the movie starts off with Buddy getting adopted by Santa, which I guess is kind of weird for you because you got some baby crawling into a sack, Santa's sack. Do you? I mean, you don't even have Santa in Mexico, do you?
I mean, we do have it, but it's more for marketing and stuff. But what we do have, and is the one that brings us presents, is little baby Jesus.
But does he have a sack of toys?
It's God. He can do whatever.
Uses his magic powers.
Even as a baby. You never watch Hercules or something?
I mean, there's different kind of gods.
Yeah, I know, but it's a perfect example of how a baby can even manage.
Yeah, true, I guess. So Buddy gets adopted by Santa, and we see him living his life in the North Pole, and then eventually things don't go so well, and he finds out that actually he's a human who's been adopted by elves. Which, I mean, would be a bit of a headache from anyone to find out that you're not actually the species that you thought you were, never mind that you're adopted.
Yeah, like, can I remember me a little bit of Kung Fu Panda, of the third one, when Po is like, I just realized that my dad is not my dad.
Minor correction, that's the second Kung Fu Panda movie. Just for all you experts out there listening at home.
Is it?
Yeah. We literally watched it like yesterday.
We did?
Yeah.
Oh, you're right.
And there was even that bit.
I'm terrible.
Before everyone jumps in the comments and calls us out for getting the wrong Kung Fu Panda movies there, I thought I'd jump in there and save us that embarrassment. So Buddy goes to New York and goes to try and find his dad, and we see him trying to interact with the human world for the first time ever. And you see him jumping around, mistaking people for Santa. There's things like, you see him go to the coffee shop that's like the world's best cup of coffee. And like, obviously when you see him running around New York, you can tell it's the real New York. But when he goes into the coffee shop, it's hard to tell if it's a real coffee shop or if it's like all actors.
I can't even believe that's coffee.
Apparently Will Ferrell, who plays Buddy in this, when he was jumping around New York dressed as an elf and eating chewing gum off of signposts and stuff, he was like, what the hell am I doing? Like, this is the lowest point of my career. Like, what the hell am I doing? And then went on to become like, a Christmas classic.
Oh, well, it's very funny because I think he actually acts very well as an elf. And when he just realized he's in New York and all the, literally like the world that he has to cross just to get there, he's like, everything's so wonderful. And I'm like, you know what was extremely disgusting for me? It was, the part when he found the bubble gum.
The gum on the sign.
Yeah, and I'm like, please don't eat it. Please don't eat it, please. And I was like, oh, God. Oh.
Yeah, it's a little gross. Then, after Buddy's finished running around New York, he goes to see his dad in the Empire State Building, and he gets thrown out. And then the security guards make a joke that he should go back to his toy shop, and he ends up going to work there instead.
Yeah.
Where we're introduced to Jolie, who, of course, he instantly falls in love with. And then, overnight, he sleeps in the department store and decorates the whole shop.
That was amazing. Like, just imagine, like, come back to your house and suddenly your house is, like, now like a, how do you call it?
Gingerbread house or like a winter
wonderland.
Yeah,
exactly. And it's like, whoa, everything's so much Christmas.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's impressive that he managed to do all that on his own. And then, of course, he sees his dad while he's asleep in the window as his dad walks past, which, in New York, like, what are the chances of that happening? Like, a city of, what, like, a good few million people, and his dad happens to walk past as he wakes up?
Yeah.
And then We also see him getting a bit too intimate with Jolie in the shower when he hears her singing.
Yeah, right. And actually, like the song that she's singing is, which is
Baby, It's Cold Outside.
yeah, that one. That is actually like kind of like
It's not very, well, I guess we say 2020 now, but it's not very up to the times.
yeah.
Well, it's all like, oh, dude, baby, it's cold outside, don't go. It's like, what's in this drink? It's like, what is in this drink?
Yeah, so I don't know, Buddy doesn't seem that innocent for me there.
But he is basically a child. Like,
Yeah, I know, but
it says his dad doesn't get his job until he's like 300 and something.
yeah.
So it's like a 40-year-old man, like he's still pretty young in elf years. And then we see Santa finally turns up, and it's not the real Santa, and Buddy and Santa have a massive brawl and basically destroy the whole place.
Oh, yeah. I was just thinking about all the work that it was probably for the production and stuff to get everything ready and then just have to smash it all.
Yeah, well, apparently they had to basically do the whole fight in one take. They were basically told, do whatever you want, but just don't break character, because they didn't have enough money or time to reset, especially the Lego set. They didn't have enough time to reset it all.
Oh, really?
So they basically, they're just like, whatever you do, just don't break character. No pressure.
They didn't, so well done.
Yeah. So Buddy then gets arrested, and he uses one phone call to call his dad, of course. And we get to meet his dad, and they have a paternity test, and the doctor is the director of the movie, Jon Favreau, who also directed the first two Iron Man movies, and is Iron Man's bodyguard in them. It's Happy? His name's Happy Hogan or something like
I
that?
have no idea.
You know the bodyguard in the first two Iron Man movies? Well, all the Iron Man movies.
Right.
Yeah, he's the director of this. This was his first big movie he did before Iron Man.
Hmm.
So it's like his only big movie really before Iron Man.
Was it actually a big movie?
Elf, kind of. It was like kind of popular with like kids and stuff. It was popular enough for Marvel to go, hey, will you make our leading movie in our soon-to-be Avengers franchise?
All right.
So
Fair enough. Was not really a thing in Mexico, but
again, you don't have Santa, so
baby Jesus is listening to you.
he's still not Santa. He can be listening only once. And then Buddy is taken home and introduced to his stepfamily, and then we see him picking up his stepbrother from school. There's a giant snowball fight, and his brother learns to love him for all of his quirks. And this is kind of like the ultimate in the My Big Brother is better than your Big Brother,
Yeah.
because he's a highly trained snowball fighting elf, apparently.
Well, I really like, because I've never seen snow or play with it, but it's very funny how he already has like a whole bunch of snowballs.
Oh yeah, when he's like, oh yeah, make as many snowballs as you can, and we see the brother making one.
Yeah.
And then the time it takes to make that, Buddy makes like 100.
But also like all of them are kind of perfect. And I'm like, oh, it's that easy to make a snowball.
Yeah, definitely. It's definitely that easy to make a perfect snowball.
Really?
No, of course not.
Oh.
They make like a big clump. Normally what happens is you end up with this big like iceberg shape, and then as you throw it, the whole thing falls to pieces. But yeah, that's why you have to like squeeze it down to like try and make it like reasonably round so it doesn't fall apart, and like compact it so it's like kind of tight.
It sounds more like a sushi war or something.
Kind of.
All right.
And then we see Walter's dad. His name is Walter. Buddy's dad is kind of stressing at work, and they get a new writer to come in. And at the same time, we see Buddy ask out Jovi on the date. They go on a date together, and I got to say they're pretty cute on their dates.
Oh, yeah.
And like how Buddy's idea for a date is to run around in a revolving door. I've got to.
I totally forgot that part.
I've got to admit, the first time I went to New York, I definitely did run around in a few revolving doors because I've never been in one before.
You did?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Well, I've never been in one before, and this is so much fun.
I think I only did it once, but I can't really remember.
It definitely wasn't to the same extent of Buddy, where I had to throw up in a trash can afterwards.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. No, definitely not.
And then they go ice skating, and they have their first kiss.
Ah, so romantic.
So cute. And then Buddy goes to tell his dad about how happy he is, and it's during his dad's big meeting with a new writer who's coming in to give them ideas and save the company for Christmas, who is Peter Dinklage, before he ever did Game of Thrones, which you haven't seen Game of Thrones, have you?
No.
He plays a character called Tyrion, who's like one of the main characters in it.
All right.
So-
I mean, I know the actor, but I can't remember any of the movies that he's been into.
Okay.
If you remember, leave it in the comments.
And then Buddy's dad gets angry and kicks Buddy out. Buddy ends up in Central Park trying to help Santa, and his dad and Michael show up to help him. And then Jovi and the mum both see Buddy on TV and like show up like, we're going to help. Well, actually, the mum sees her son on TV and it's just like, what the hell is going on? Why is he on his own on camera?
Because it's New York and everyone's on camera.
Yeah, we see there's a great reference to Bigfoot footage when you see Buddy walking along through the forest on the TV and he looks back over his shoulder. It's a mocking of the original Bigfoot footage, in quotes, Bigfoot footage, that was found of Bigfoot being discovered in one of the parks in North America.
All right.
But what it actually turned out to be was a guy in a suit, and they'd faked the whole thing,
Oh.
unfortunately. Although
So, wait. Are you telling me that Bigfoot is not real?
I think that one's open to debate still. No one's proved or disproved that he's real yet.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I guess it's only like a US thing. I don't know if you have it here in UK.
No, yeah, he was discovered. We have Loch Ness Monster. He was discovered in like the giant redwood forests in North America.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like the north east. I had to do a compass sign to figure out direction. Northwest of America.
All right. So back to the movie.
Kind of all of Buddy's step family and his dad kind of realize that he's been telling the truth the whole time. And yeah, we see Michael run off with Santa's wish list to read it out on TV. Best line ever when he says to the reporter, he's calling out random names, and you see like a little girl be like, "Yeah, thanks, buddy." And
Yeah.
it's like the biker in like the really tough bar. He's like, "Oh, it must be a different guy."
Yeah.
And the best one ever is when he says to the news reporter that she just wants for Christmas her boyfriend to stop dragging his feet and commit already. And then you hear all the old ladies go, "Ooh." Savage.
Oh, well.
And then we kind of, to top it all off, we see Jovi finally not afraid of singing as she spreads Christmas cheer. And this is a great movie-making technique of how they keep repeating it all the way through the movie without making it too obvious.
Yeah.
Of like, the best way to spread Christmas cheer is singing loud for all to hear. And then we kind of see her like come through at the end and like, bust out singing and spread all the Christmas spirit to everyone.
I don't know. I think that was a little, I don't know if it's like cliche. I really like that part. But at the same time, it's just the same. Like at the end of the movie, there's always like people just singing Christmas songs and stuff.
Yeah, but this is different. This is a woman like overcoming her fear of public singing to save the day. No, okay, never mind.
Yeah, okay.
So then Buddy helps Santa sleigh fly, and they fly off into the sunset/nighttime, and the day is saved. And we fast forward, and Buddy's dad has made a book based on Buddy's life. And then you also see that Buddy and Jovi have had a baby, and they go see Buddy's elf dad.
Oh, before that, what was one of my favorite parts?
What's that?
When there's the special guards of the park with their horses, and
yeah.
they're like very scary.
Yeah, I missed that bit out. Yeah, you got the park rangers.
And Santa's like, "Oh, it's because they're on the naughty list." And I'm like, "Oh."
Yeah.
Like you can become evil if you end up on that list. So
it's true. But yeah, then we kind of have the movie finish off with Buddy and Jovi with a baby. I would not want to be the one to explain to Buddy how babies are made.
I just wonder if Buddy never realized that he's adopted. How will he have a baby?
Well, he also has the mental capacity of a child.
All right. So
But yeah, I think this is like one of my favorite Christmas movies. What did you think of it?
it's definitely very good. Like I like that it's very innocent and it's very funny, definitely. So, I mean, I could totally watch it again, but I think my kind of humor is more for like the Grinch, because it's more like black humor.
Yeah, sarcastic and
Exactly.
self-deprecating and stuff like that, whereas Buddy's just like positivity and cheer and Christmas spirit.
Yeah, I like to see people suffering. Is that too bad?
The Mexican way. Yeah, it's definitely a movie we kind of watch every Christmas, so definitely appreciate it. This movie, like, kind of rewatching it, like, you kind of feel like it was made with a lot of love and effort. Like, things like the Bigfoot jokes and, like, all the, like, dumb, like, little, like, one-liners kind of thing that are thrown in of just, like, Christmas and stuff. Like,
Yeah,
the whole, like,
definitely.
the Jack-in-the-Box joke, which, they do at the start as, like, a bit silly, and then right at the end when he's in Santa's sleigh, it pops up.
Oh,
It's, like,
yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
payoff, like, it feels like it was very carefully made, this movie.
Yeah, it also has like a lot of things about like all the different people that are. I guess they wanted to use also New York because it's a kind of place where you can find all kinds of people from all around the world. So in scenes like, for example, when Buddy tries alcohol for the first time and he gets drunk, and it's on the mail.
Yeah, in the mailroom.
Yeah, in the mailroom. So it's the kind of things that you realize that you're trying for your first time, like when you go like and grow up, but that it doesn't mean that you need to change. Like you can like preserve that part of you that is still a kid, and I don't know, that you're just like good, and you should be good to everyone.
Yeah, there's definitely a good message to take away from this movie, I think. But yeah, anyway, that was Elf. Definitely be ready to watch that again next Christmas.
I mean, we didn't watch The Grinch.
Well, we tried watching The Grinch, but the only one we could find was the new Grinch. We watched like a little bit of
yeah. It was good.
it. It was okay. Not as good as the classic.
Yeah.
but-
I preferred the actor.
yeah.
What was the actor?
Jim
of the-
Carrey.
Yeah, Jim Carrey.
Um,
I'm terrible with actors, so
we'll-
sorry everyone.
Maybe we'll do that for next Christmas.
Maybe.
But yeah, that's it for Elf. Coming up next episode, which is going to be available on the same day as this podcast, so you can watch it, listen to it straight away, not watch it. This is audio, not visual.
And I'm the one making mistakes.
Is going to be our look back at 2019 and all the good movies and the movies that maybe we thought would be good but really weren't so good. And then also have a quick peek into 2020 and see what movies and TV shows and stuff are coming out and what we should be excited for. Thank you for listening, and we'll see you next time.
Bye everyone. Feliz Navidad.